नमस्कार. आयच्या या खाशेल्या कार्यावळीत तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आणि एक विषय असा 2020 कशें गेलें आणि 2021 किती अपेक्षा दवरपाची. आणि ह्या विशयाचे उलोवपा खातीर आमचे बरोबर खास गेस्ट आसात. ते म्हळ्यार देशांतले नामनेचे पत्रकार, गोंयकार आणि जांकां अख्खो देश पळयता, Rajdeep Sardesai. Sir, welcome to the show.
Namaskar, Pramod.
Sir, let me start with a very simple thing. How do you describe 2020? I know it's a very irritating question, but I'll start with that.
It is a completely valid question, Pramod. I remember you and I had a conversation in January of 2020, and I don't think any of us would have remotely imagined what 2020 would do. Just look at the number of people who have lost their lives to coronavirus, running into lakhs across the world, and people's lives have been totally disrupted. So whether you are in Goa or whether you are in any part of the world, this is one year where the world has, in a sense, united in a pandemic. The pandemic has united us. You could be a Goan living in New York, you could be a Goan living in Panji. You have faced similar situations. Lockdowns have taken place across the world. So I think it is a year of disruption and a year that has changed lives like never before. I don't think any of us who have lived through last year will ever forget it.
Have we become more sweet or more bitter?
A good question. I think we have become more understanding. You know, because you end up spending more time with family than ever before. Before 2020, virtually every week you are traveling somewhere or the other, going by plane, taking long journeys. Everybody is meeting. You were before 2020. You were constantly on the move. 2020 forced you to press the pause button, and along with the pause button, you spent more time with the family. And because you were forced to spend more time with the family, you realize the importance of family. You realize importance of family values, of friends. Every Sunday I ring up 10 friends who I have not rung up before for the last several years, just to find out, Kashe asa? That's all. How are you? So because everybody wants to feel that they are part of a wider community. Now when you are traveling all the time, you take it for granted. Now, I think 2020 has taught us, please don't take anything for granted, including your health.
Yeah. So the first thing then, the first topic I think that we should discuss is the vaccine. And the 2021 started with a big bang and a big bang controversy also. So how do you look at this? Are you saying that we are coming out of this pandemic situation, or we are still not out of the woods, far, far away?
Look, my son is a doctor. And I spent a few days with him just now in Goa. And he has particularly had a hard year because he helped set up a COVID hospital. And I asked him this question that, now that the vaccine is here, can you now relax? He said, we cannot relax till we actually recognize the fact that corona is here to stay. You see, vaccine will come. It will help people get confidence. More people will recover faster. Recovery rate is already up to 96%. But like swine flu, like regular flu, every year few people will suffer from corona. So the vaccine, yes, will help in increasing confidence. But to believe that vaccine is some magic bullet, we don't know. There could be some new coronavirus strain out there. Already we are seeing in United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Large parts of UK are already under lockdown once again. So I don't think we can take anything for granted. And even with the vaccine, we need much more information as to the actual benefits of the vaccine before we can say with certainty that the vaccine will defeat corona.
So one simple question is, if that is the case, then how should we look at the economy? Because one thing everyone says, okay, shutdowns, lockdowns, restrictions, curfews, these are the quarantine. I said, throughout our life, we must not have used the word quarantine so many times as much as we used last year. So if it is there to stay, what are we saying? That the vaccines will only give us more immunity. We will not have the super spreader events. However, the virus will be there. We will always have to be cautious. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, I am saying that. I think this has, corona will change at least in the near term. And near term means the next 2-3 years, not next 2-3 months. Change the way we function. Already we are seeing that. You cannot have those 10,000 people wedding. Mulgitsa lagna hai saganna bolwa. Has all changed. Everything is over Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, you are even having weddings over Zoom. You are having your social interactions have changed, the way you socially interact. Everybody is connecting over internet, over Zoom calls. You don't have to fly down to meet someone. You can just as easily speak to that person. So I think the world has changed. The way we connect with each other will change. Vaccine will bring more confidence, and a year, 2 years down the line, I have no doubt that people will once again slowly but surely resume the way they were. But I don't see the world completely becoming like it was pre-vaccine. Or pre-corona.
Pre-corona. The second matter is the Biden presidency. That is another thing I think we can look at positively. But how should India look at it?
I think India should look at the Biden presidency as a positive step. Because Trump, let's be honest, you did not know what Donald Trump will do next. And we don't want uncertainty. Just as you said, why is the economy struggling? Economy is struggling not just because of lockdown, but also uncertainty. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. Some new COVID strain will come. Similarly, the Trump presidency made the world a much more uncertain place. I think Biden will bring more stability. It is good for India and the world that you have someone in the White House who will bring some stable, consistent policies. But look, again, each country now in corona times has to fight their own battles. US just now already more than 3.5 lakh people have died because of corona. The Trump administration was completely negligent in dealing with corona. Donald Trump thought corona is not there for the longest time, was refusing to acknowledge it. So I think a Biden presidency will be more responsible, and a responsible, consistent America is good for the world.
Third issue is the farmers' protests. Where do you think this drama is heading towards in 2021, and what are the political fallouts of it?
Look, my own sense is that what started off as a problem of Punjab and of the Punjab farmer is a problem which now confronts the Modi government as a national problem. Because if you look at the way in which the farmers are raising their demands one by one, repeal the laws, humko kanun nahi chahiye, finish the law. Clearly the farmers believe that they can corner the government. I won't call it drama, but I will certainly say this is the farmers now recognizing their power and potential. That, you see, if you saw when there were student protests, when there were anti-CAA protests, government ignored them. You can't ignore the farmer. And the images of tear gassing farmers or, police danda on the farmer doesn't go down. Farmer is your vote bank. So I sense that the government has no option but to eventually find a solution. And the solution will have to lie in reach.
Can there be a meeting ground? Because what we are seeing right now is both sides are on the extremes, even after so many rounds of deliberations.
There is a simple meeting ground which eventually I think will have to be achieved, which is that the Modi government has to say, these are our farm legislation. We have brought this at the center. This is a model legislation. But agriculture is a state subject. So if Goa wants to implement it, please do. If Punjab does not want to implement it, don't do. In fact, all BJP ruled government should say we are going to implement these farm laws and show the rest of the country
how
the benefits.
You
see, unless you do that, you will not convince the opposition ruled states. And farming is at the end of the day a state subject. Different states are in different stages of their markets. Punjab market, jo mandi hai, what they call the mandi system, is very strong there. The Punjab farmer is very aggressive. So he is not going to succumb as easily as a farmer maybe from a state like Bihar, who agreed to who would perhaps have less options, less bargaining power. So I think the solution will be every state will have to decide for itself whether you want to implement these laws or not.
The next topic is the state elections, and West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and BJP's drive to retain Assam. How do you look at this, the juggernaut that BJP and its election machinery is? Can they make that inroads into South and the West Bengal potboiler?
See, there are four major elections in the first half of the year, Pramod,
Yeah.
which is Bengal, Assam, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Of these, I think the real focus should be on Bengal. Let's be clear, Tamil Nadu is an election which has to be fought between the two wings of the Dravida movement, DMK and AIDMK. Who is the real sort of beneficiary of the post-Jayalalitha situation? Because this is the first
Yes.
state election after Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi have both passed away.
Yes.
So it is a state election, truly state election.
Yeah.
BJP may tried to prop up Rajnikant, he has gone into hospital. So he doesn't want to clearly get involved in all of this. Kerala also is very much a state election, left on one side, Congress on the other, and history is that every 5 years government changes there. So we will see how that plays out. Assam, clearly BJP has advantage because the BJP has worked very hard in Assam to sort of build its cadre while the Congress has declined, and we can talk about the Congress's decline later.
Yes.
But the key state
Yeah.
is Bengal. Because for the BJP, which 10 years ago was a single digit party with just 2 or 3 MLAs or not even that, but a single digit party in vote share, is now talking of winning Bengal.
Yeah.
So for BJP, winning Bengal, to my mind, will be the biggest step that they would have taken since Mr. Modi got a majority in 2014. As a political party, in the present scenario, after Uttar Pradesh and possibly Maharashtra, Bengal is the big prize for the BJP. In fact, I would say it's the biggest prize at the moment. Even because Uttar Pradesh you have already won in the past, Maharashtra you have won.
You won in the past.
This is a fresh territory.
Yeah.
And it has 42 seats in Lok Sabha. It was dominated by left for 25 years, now Mamta for 10 years. I mean, if anyone had told you 10 years ago that BJP will be the party to watch out for in Bengal, you wouldn't have believed them. I don't know how much of this is hype. I have only traveled briefly through Bengal. I speak once in a while to the people there and they keep saying that national media is hyping up BJP, RI. Even Ganguly has gone and admitted himself, I see, to hospital because there was talk that he may be a potential BJP face. Defeating Mamta, not easy.
You feel that's a good narrative, Dada versus Didi?
See, it's a good narrative and BJP, I think a section of the BJP wanted to push that because one weakness for BJP in Bengal is they don't have a local face.
Yeah.
You see, they have very solid organization machinery. They do not have a local face and maybe at the booth level, their cadres are not as organized in Bengal as the Trinamool cadres are. You see, but as someone told me, Bengal has seen muscle power for many years. First with left, then with Didi. Now BJP is showing money power. See, now look at the number of MLAs who are shifting sides. MLAs don't shift side whether in Goa or in Bengal without money on offer.
Yeah.
So I think money power will make a difference. Plus, the BJP has been able to position itself as the party for all the anti-incumbency which is growing against Mamata Banerjee.
Then comes the campaigns of 2022, which will effectively start in the second half of 2021. And we'll come to Goa later, but UP, Uttarakhand and Punjab. How do you look at these campaigns developing probably in October, November, December?
See, Punjab is interesting now because of the farmers' movement. So Punjab is entirely dependent on how this farmers' movement develops. Somebody is telling me that there is talk of a Kisan party being floated in Punjab. Punjab, this farmers' movement has brought together entire Punjab. Uttar Pradesh is interesting because of Yogi Adityanath. Look, if Yogi Adityanath wins this election in Uttar Pradesh by a massive margin, then he positions himself as potentially a successor in the future to Narendra Modi. I mean, at the moment, no one in the BJP will even talk about after Modi who. But if you had to talk after Modi Shah, then Uttar Pradesh becomes significant. And I think Uttar Pradesh has a huge vacuum because opposition is still not recovered from a succession of defeats. Mayawati, Akhilesh Yadav, they are just in no position at the moment to take on the BJP. Uttarakhand, relatively smaller state. And again, you usually see governments changing every 5 years there. But Congress is in no position at the moment in any of these states.
To mount a challenge.
To mount a sustained challenge. And that's where smaller parties, even Aam Aadmi Party, both in Punjab and in Uttarakhand is to watch out, particularly in Punjab, where remember last time they were the main opposition party. But I think even in Uttarakhand, you will see that there are a lot of people looking for options to BJP Congress,
which are beyond BJP Congress.
which are going beyond BJP Congress.
Then comes, as you touched that topic of opposition not coming out of these defeats, and the next topic usually and naturally is the revamp of Congress. Is there anything called revamp of Congress, or this is media hype again?
Pramod, this is the story of our times, political story.
Yeah.
After 2019, rather than talk about, while we all talk obsessively about Modi, the real story is about what is happening to the opposition, especially the Congress. Because in Congress, not taking a decision is a decision.
Yeah.
Last year also we spoke about, will Rahul Gandhi return as Congress president? Today, 1 year later, we are still talking
we spoke about it in January. Then the world changed, but Congress did not.
No, in my book also, I have called Rahul Gandhi an enigma. Today also I will call him that. We don't know. Rahul karega kya? What does he want to do? I am told that even in the Goa...
So even the pandemic could not give Congress fresh perspective.
No, because you see the Congress is at one level tied to the Gandhi-Nehru family. At another level, the Congress is recognizing that they need to change. Internally, privately recognize it, but they don't know how to express that change. Now, the fact is, there is space for the opposition in this country. When the economy declines, we are in recession. Please, let us appreciate, we are in negative. Normally in recession time, people start looking at options. Can someone else provide better leadership? Yeah. But when it becomes Modi versus Rahul, it's still a no contest. So the Congress is still a big brand. Problem is who is going to reinvent it? Every time we talk of reinvention...
Who is the brand ambassador?
No, who is the brand ambassador? How are you going to revamp your organization? Every time we talk about this, we are told, hum soch rahe hain. We are thinking about it. It will happen.
Yeah.
So it is...
So that's why I asked that question. Is Congress revamp even a credible possibility?
Well, you see, if the Congress doesn't revamp, it is going to damage the entire opposition, because then it makes it so much easier for the BJP to say, look at on the other side, they cannot even decide on their leader, they have no organization. So I think if the Congress doesn't revamp, there will be new forces that will emerge from the opposition rank. Now, whether it will happen in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, we don't know. There is already talk of Sharad Pawar becoming a potential UPA kind of chairperson. There is talk of a section of the Congress which is saying, look, Rahul Gandhi needs to decide once and for all. Do you want to remain as president or not? You can't have power without responsibility. I think the Gandhi family itself has never felt more cornered. And Sonia ji is also not keeping well. Priyanka Gandhi is yet to be tested. So untested Priyanka, unwilling Rahul, unhealthy Sonia ji, it's not a good... the Congress is facing its most serious crisis, in my view, frankly, since independence. Since the formation of the Congress. It is now an existential crisis. Ki Congress, can it survive or not? It's a great brand, but in desperate need of reinvention.
The next issue is very simple. I know you are an avid sports lover. So, do you think we'll be able to go back to the stadiums this year?
Well, in Australia, I am watching some matches where people have started coming back. Why not? I think if the vaccine program roll out, the government says that they will roll out the vaccine to 30 crore people by August. Look, we are very good at vaccine rollouts, as we have seen with the polio vaccine program as well. If by October this year, we are able to reach say 30-40 crores, which is 1 in every 3 Indian is vaccinated, then I think we can certainly, with social distancing, have people going out and watching matches at stadiums, going out to theatres. But I do think that it will require a little bit more time. I asked the Maharashtra government the other day, why are you not opening the trains? Why are you not starting suburban trains? Then one of them said, सर आम्ही जर सुरू केले तर इमॅजिन की काय होणार लोकांना, किती लोक एका ट्रेनच्या मग जर करोना वाढलं तर तुम्ही आम्हाला दोष देऊ नका. So I think there are people in government who are still cautious. Vaccine needs to roll out for another 6 to 8 months before I think we can finally return to going to watch matches in large numbers.
So if we come to that stage, which is the first thing you would like to go to the stadium and watch? English Premier League, an IPL, or a India-Australia kind of a test match?
See, I am always a test match fan, so I would love to watch a test match, but I'll tell you one thing that I have learned. And this is how lives are changing. Now we have learned that you can do all of this sitting at home.
ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You see, you can save the time
Yeah.
to do other things.
Yeah.
You know, I am learning cooking, which I did not. I said I must learn one thing when I am because of this lockdown. So every Saturday, Sunday, I am trying to learn one recipe. Keema pav banao. You know, a very good anda burji. So you learn new things. So you know, I am not so keen to
Go to the stadium. Go to stadiums.
I will go,
Yeah.
but not as keen as before.
The next thing is, okay, we always feel that TV is the household entertainment device. And suddenly in this lockdown, because everybody started getting broadband, everybody started high-speed internet, everybody is now on the OTT platforms. Will that change and how it will impact the television industry?
It has already changed. I mean, let's be honest, particularly English news viewers are all of them are on Netflix. You know, people are Netflix and Amazon is now in most upper middle class households have some connection. Hotstar hai.
Yeah.
You know, the person who works in my house, he has a Hotstar connection. He's watching movies on Hotstar. You know, I am watching Mirzapur or Patal Lok on Netflix or Amazon. So I think I have only 2 to 3 hours to spend on entertainment. If I am going to spend it on OTT, how much time left for news? So news is has suffered as a result, particularly so-called national news channel. You are luckier in Goa because suppose there are Zilla Parishad elections in Goa. Everybody that day will only watch Prudent because you are the #1 channel of Goa. But when there is a Bihar election, there are dozens of Bihar channels and national channels covering the same election.
Yeah.
So the viewership is also getting divided. On big news days, people still come to TV, but that is big news days.
Yeah.
And even there, viewership is getting fragmented. And if I can watch it on my mobile, why will I even bother to put my TV set on? And it is now news on demand. When I want it, I will watch it. So you are going to your apps like your Prudent app. So the world has completely changed. I am happy I was there in the golden era of TV.
Yeah.
Now the golden era is over.
So if we call television the idiot box, what would you call that mobile phone? It is a smartphone. So if we were called idiot box, this is a smartphone. It comes with the name smart. Whereas the TV came with the name idiot.
No, you see, it is a smartphone, but people are using it like idiots. I mean, I'm watching people walking on the road with cars everywhere, all looking at their mobile. WhatsApp. Everything is on WhatsApp now.
Yeah.
Even elections are being fought on WhatsApp. BJP in Bengal has got one WhatsApp group for every polling booth. So they have connected all their workers. So even elections are being fought on mobile now. Earlier elections were fought on TV set.
Yeah.
Now elections are fought on a mobile near you. All these messages, some are fake, some are real, but they are spreading viral videos. Look at how viral videos are now far more important than anything else. It is not enough that you and I are doing a program.
Yeah.
Something I say or you say, when
Will
it goes viral,
will be picked up.
30 second
clip.
30 second, what you said, smartphones are used by idiots.
Yeah.
That one line will be picked up, it will go viral. So I think that's the nature of this Instagram.
Yeah.
One photograph on Instagram goes viral, everybody is watching that only. So I think we also will have to adjust to this new world. We are all multimedia now.
Last we'll come to Goa. And two things, that this is 60th year of liberation of Goa. And then in the end, we'll go to Goa elections. When you look at Goa, you are a Goan, but when you look at Goa from a Delhi perspective or a Mumbai perspective, and Goa in 60th year of liberation, what do you feel?
Look, my father once told me about how in 1961, when he first played his first test match for India, 61 December, Jawaharlal Nehru was introduced to him in Delhi. And he was introduced, I think, by Nari contractor as Rajdeep Sardesai from Goa. Acha, Goa, we will be liberating your state shortly. And from that time, when actually people needed a permit, if a Goan had to go outside Goa, and that you are under Portuguese rule, to today, I think we have much to be proud of. Goans today will feel proud that they truly are part. Goa is a great brand today. Why does everybody, even in pandemic, from Bangalore, from Pune, from Belgaum, from Mumbai, want to come to Goa? They are not going to other parts of the country.
But they come to Goa and feel like they do not have to follow any norms.
See, that is the problem. They have taken, we Goans have allowed outsiders to take Goa for granted. You see that it is some holiday destination where you can do whatever you want. You can throw garbage, you don't have to wear mask, no social distancing. Same people who will observe social distancing at Marine Drive will not observe it in Kandoli. So my point is, Goa has become a brand. We don't need to market Goa now. Goa has already, but we need Goa to reach next stage of development. Development of Goa has suffered, let's be honest, in the last 10 years. We have much to be proud of in terms of our health indicators, in terms of our education indicators. But look at the economy. CMI, even before the pandemic, Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, put Goa's unemployment at 34%. Does that mean 1 in every 3 young Goans is struggling to get a job? And that's why they are leaving, many of them. And that is, I think the challenge of Goa, one is, to my mind, Pramod, is economy and employment linked to it. Ecology, which is the environment. Look at the Save Mole movement. I am glad that it has become a national movement. I congratulate the people of Goa at least for making it a national, whichever side of the debate, this debate should be held. Should Goa become a coal hub or should it be a soft power where you focus on IT, on education? I would like Goa to be an education hub of India. I would like it to be a software hub. But I don't necessarily want it to be a coal hub, because that will destroy our ecology for 100 years from now.
Okay. So last thing.
And the third thing of Goa, economy, ecology and harmony. You know, one of the reasons why Goa is treasured is because there was an element of religious harmony here. Now you have to preserve that. So these 3 challenges.
Last, sir, Goa election 2022. Again, we are sitting in January. Probably we'll sit in next January again. I don't know what would be the scene there. But if you have to take a guess, how do you look at it?
See, if you go by Zilla Parishad elections, clearly BJP is in pole position. The fact is, opposition, just like at the national level, even in Goa, is disunited, is fragmented, is not credible, has no face. So I think all of this gives the BJP an advantage. It is not as if, see, people vote in the end in India now increasingly for government they least dislike. I don't like you, but I dislike you less than the other person. So I vote for you. Oh, kahin na kahin, you force yourself to go and vote for someone. So I think BJP at the moment is least disliked. So they have the advantage, plus opposition is disunited. If the opposition unites and has a credible face, and if the BJP over the next 1 year does not handle the economy as well as it should, particularly in a state like Goa where both mining and tourism have suffered, if the economy doesn't pick up and if the opposition unites, then we don't know. But as of today, BJP is a very, very difficult election machine to defeat. That's, I think whoever defeats the BJP has to start recognizing that first, at least you also need to match up to their machine. It's not difficult. Koi rocket science nahi hai. But whoever does
you need to put in those efforts.
Yes, you cannot deny. You see, whether you are a critic of the BJP or whether you are a supporter, you have to appreciate them. At the same time, to my mind, the real challenge of India is not who wins elections, but who governs India better. We need
that's the bottom line.
We need better governance. Today, look at particularly a state like Goa. How do I take Goa to the next level? They go Pramod Sawants or whoever becomes chief ministers, they will come and go. But I think the challenge for small states like Goa is how do you retain, how do you create more employment opportunities? How do you increase the revenues?
How do you take the state to a next level?
How do you take Goa to a next level? I mean, that is, to my mind, as
you
said,
while preserving the harmony, while preserving the ecology, and while strengthening the economy.
Absolutely. 60 years we have achieved much, but this glass, to my mind, is still half full. We need to fill the glass completely.
Rajdeep Bab, pleasure talking to you.